Welcome to the 2013 KVIE Art Auction, celebrating 32 years of visual arts in our region. More than 250 pieces will be auctioned off to the highest bidder, and you can be a part of the action by watching and bidding on your favorite pieces. View the entire collection online at kvie.org/art auction. Then, when your favorite item appears, call 1-800-270-6601 to place your bid. You can also interact live with the auction team on Twitter using hashtag KVIEArts. Remember to bid high and bid often. And now, let the auction begin. Sold.
It's easy to bid on items featured in the art auction. Here's how. Explore the collection online at kvie.org/art auction. Make note of the date and time your favorite artwork comes up for bid, or stay tuned. When a piece of art catches your eye, quickly call 1-800-270-6601 and a volunteer will assist you. Most items will be sold in less than 7 minutes. Bid high and bid often so you don't miss any of your favorite items. Stay tuned for the California's Gold category coming up next on the KVIE Art Auction. Juried by Pat Mahoney, this category celebrates the beauty of California landscapes in all media. View all of the categories featured in this year's auction at kvie.org/art auction. Bid high and bid often.
I guess you said best case. I'm a survivor, so I have to put that in there too.
Oh, well, we're just chatting away, but it's time to sell some art. Good evening, I'm Rob Stewart, and it's great to be with you here tonight, live from the KVIE studios at the Art Auction, which is the largest art auction in the entire country right this weekend. This portion of KVIE's Art Auction is presented by Mansour's Oriental Rug Gallery. Beautiful rugs there. We would like to thank Mansour's Oriental Rug Gallery for supporting public television art. Speaking of art, wait till you see the hour we have coming up in this beautiful category, California's Gold, which is named after our beloved friend Huell Hauser, who passed away in January of this year. We miss Huell, but his work lives on here on KVIE. Okay, let's get to our beautiful work of this half hour, 20F. It's called Rare Birds. That'll be the first piece that you see coming up here. And this is actually Aspen in Colorado, which is Charles Centers. In fact, Rare Birds is still open, by the way, if you were watching during the past hour. That piece is open right now at 11:50. So the auction is on for that one. You're looking now at Charles Centers, Aspen in Colorado. Absolutely stunning, and our art auction expert is going to tell us about that coming up in just a moment. This is James Brunk's beautiful piece, and just look at that pop on your television at home. This is End of Summer, the Truckee River. Isn't that exquisite? That is absolutely beautiful, and we'll have more on that coming up in just a minute. Here is A New Day Dawning by Catherine Hall. This piece is really pretty. It is quaint. It is special. It's a gem, and we'll tell you more about A New Day Dawning coming up. Look at this. This is a large piece for the auction this year. This is Pleasant Valley Mustard in El Dorado County by Bob Miller. And the last piece in this half hour is coming up in a second, but first we have Red Poppies, Still River by Pat Mahoney. Pat was a juror, right, Dee?
Yes, you would.
Yeah, Pat was a juror earlier in one of the yeah, exactly. That's a wonderful thing to do. And this is the Capitol Rose Garden. Isn't that pretty? We've been there many times. We did a shoot there, and it was a lovely show. This is Steve Memmering's Capitol Rose Garden, and this is 20F if you're following along on your auction program at home. Okay, now the art of this half hour is this lovely lady right here. She's our art expert, Carrie Kelly, and she is an award-winning interior design and nationwide author. I have your book, and I love it, and I read it all the time and say, I want to do this to my house. Welcome, Carrie, to Tell Us So Much. Good to see you.
Mwah.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. Okay, we're friends, so we can kiss
do
like
that.
that. Yeah. So, Carrie, first, tell us about this beautiful piece. You, as we said, are a design expert. You've designed homes all across the country. You have a top-selling book. Tell us about this piece, what you truly think about it, and where, as a designer, you'd like to see it go.
Well, I'm also a fall baby, so born in October. This color palette speaks to me, and I think it's great for any space. A little bit more contemporary, maybe. Doesn't necessarily need to have a frame, which is nice. But those colors just leap off the canvas here, and you can see the texture of the leaves in this piece. Nice, long, narrow, great in a hallway or a smaller area.
Now, you can see it right here on the screen, and I'm going to ask you something, Carrie, because you mentioned this is contemporary.
Just a little more contemporary than some of the pieces we've seen earlier today.
Okay, so this piece is by Charles Centers. And do you think that Charles's piece could go in any home? Can you mix match? Can you do contemporary and traditional? Can you do all that, or do you like more of a themed approach?
I like a curated look, so I think we can mix and match. We can do family photos, we can do some of the photography we've seen today, and then we can also do pieces like this that have a little more texture, some personality, some color.
Okay, so when you look at this as a designer, why would you tell someone, hey, put this in your home, include this in your collection? Why this piece?
Well, it also speaks to the area. So living in this area, to have pieces of art that reflect your family story and the area that surrounds you, that's wonderful.
Okay, so they're clapping for, we'll find out in a minute, they'll tell us. But right now we're looking at, what's that for, Dee? The clapping.
Oh, we just finished selling Sandy Delahante's piece, and we got a pretty darn close.
Okay, we got a good amount of money for that big pretty piece we were selling in the last half hour. But this is the piece right now, and we're looking for a starting bid of $350. The retail is on $1,200 on this. You pick out paintings from all over the world to go in your homes.
Absolutely.
Would you pick this piece out, and why?
Absolutely. I think it's transitional. It could suit a
Transitional, I like that.
It can suit a traditional home. It can suit a transitional or even contemporary. It just really fits into a lot of environments, and it's sized just this real vertical look versus a horizontal space. The vertical look, I think, is great for a small space or a large one.
Can you include something like this with such bold color in a room of any color?
We don't buy sofas and rugs and things like that. We don't let the art dictate that. That's more reflecting the personality of the homeowner, which is nice, or even in an office space, reflecting something else. We're doing so many gray walls, so many grayish walls, that this could really just leap off and really create some personality for a space that you're in.
It's absolutely beautiful. This is Aspen in October by Charles Centers. We're looking for a starting bid of $350 on this piece. Carrie is a designer, and she says, folks, this could look great in your home. I could see this easily when you walk. You've been to my house. You can see this right when you walk in the front door.
Absolutely.
And these trees are absolutely beautiful. And even though this is October, do you think this kind of piece is good for year-round?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just the warmth of it. And again, those California colors. We're in this California gold section here, and it's reflective of that. We have some of the yellow tones, some of the orange tones, and then that green here and up top. So just really a California scene.
Is this oil?
Yeah, oil on canvas.
Oil on canvas, and it doesn't need a frame.
Doesn't need a frame. You could frame it if you want, but it is wrapped so that you don't have to do that.
Now, do you tend to lead toward frames for wrapped paintings or not? Or does it depend on the home?
It really depends on the home.
Okay.
So.
Well, there you see the beautiful painting popping off the screen right there. Just look at those golds and the hues of this color. One thing that, even though this is Aspen, one thing about California is the blue that you see up here. The blues are absolutely beautiful, and we ship anywhere in the country for you guys. Also, people are watching around the country online, and we are shipping anywhere in the country for free right now. So this piece is beautiful. It's open. $350 is the starting bid. Carrie's going to tell us more about this next piece, which I think is just exquisite. I've been camping along this area. This is end of summer, which we're facing today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the first day of fall. I hate to say it, but to everything there's a season, right? And this is the Truckee River by James Brunk. Tell me about this piece, Carrie.
I think it's framed beautifully.
It is.
Really complements the tones that are in the work. It's oil on linen, so again, you're getting that bit of texture. And again, the palette is incredible.
Why does oil on linen, do you know why that matters more than oil on canvas? Does it show better to you as a designer?
So we were just talking about this in the green room and about how linen has a strength to it. And so anything as far as a temperature change, worrying about that canvas warping in any sort of way, this will not happen with the strength of it.
Okay.
is wonderful. But you still get that vibrancy and that saturation, which is so beautiful.
Well, the saturation on this is absolutely beautiful. This piece, we already have a starting bid of $500, and at $600, this will go at its retail value. This frame, though, I would guesstimate this is a several $100 frame.
I would think so too. It has that gold leaf and just a real simplicity to it that really lets the art shine, which is so nice.
And the art is shining here, this beautiful piece by James Brunk. There are colors in here that are so symbolic for this time of year. Do you have memories of California? You're a California girl. Of this area like we see here along the Truckee River?
Well, can't you just visualize it? You're on your way up to Tahoe and you pass through this area and it's always so beautiful, and sometimes you get to stop and sometimes maybe not, but this way you get to have it with you at all times.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You could take this home and have it in your home year-round, this beautiful end of summer Truckee River. What a neat way to have a conversation piece to say, I bought that painting on the last day of summer at 2013 KVIE Art Auction, supporting KVIE, but also really just supporting the arts community in this area.
Absolutely, and on top of that, it's the perfect size. It's 20 by 16. It really can fit into any space in your home, which makes it so nice. And again, a large palette of colors, whether you're bringing the yellows in, the blues, the purples. Purples are very popular for this upcoming season. It really ties in a lot of elements.
Yeah, and this would look good with a lot of other paintings around it. So, oh good, the auction is on for the previous piece, Aspen in October. There you can see, Carrie, it's up to $375. We're at $500 on this one, and Dee's going to tell us more from the phone bank. Hey, Dee.
Thanks, Rob. I am here with the beautiful Aspen in October. We have a current bid of $600. We are halfway to that bell ringing point. It's an absolutely stunning piece. I like the fact that it's got these vertical lines. It's so nice and long and thin. It's one of those sizes that's really easy to find a home for. The colors are beautiful. It's got lots of impact. And at $600, it's well under its current value. I'd like to see that get up to $800. We've got people here, so if you call now, the phones will get answered. You could pick this up. We don't mind if you get a deal here, but we don't want you to get a steal. So please, let's get it up to $800. We're at 21A. We just got a bell ringer at end of summer Truckee River. That's good to hear. Now the phones are going crazy. If you want to bid on something, you got to do it right now. So let's go back to Rob and Kelly, and we're going to see some more landscapes.
Okay, so you see that piece that Dee was just holding up? Okay, I'm so stupid. Those are aspen trees. That's not aspen.
But
it's the California
girl. You want it to be.
Carrie's so sweet. She leaned over here and she's so diplomatic and she said, "Oh, I was thinking maybe those might be aspen trees." Duh, they're aspen trees.
It takes a village, right?
when I'm involved, yes. Okay, so this is the beautiful A New Day Dawning by Catherine Hall. The frame is exquisite, the size is, and this is double matted and it looks like it's floating.
Yeah, and pastels. Those pastel tones with the medium that's used. It's just a beautiful piece, and you can just picture yourself watching that sunrise, and
it is
the beauty of that.
absolutely gorgeous. This is, as you said, pastels. This is about 17 by 27, and we have a retail on this at $550, and we're looking for a starting bid at $165. And boy, the previous piece, End of Summer, has gone up to $750, now $775. We're soaring toward $800 on that one. But here you see this beautiful piece, and that's sunset. Carrie, it's just so beautiful. I love anything that captures the sunset in California. Where else is there a prettier sunset?
Yeah, with those rays on those glowing clouds, I mean, just really captured a moment, which is so nice, especially for artwork that you have in your home, to celebrate those moments and just find a special place for that. Again, perfect framing, which really sets it off, again, with the matting as well.
Where would you put this, Carrie? Would you make this an intimate piece in a formal room? Would you put it in a den? I mean,
you know, I could even see in our notes here, it says that this is a sunrise, so I could see that in your breakfast nook.
Sunrise.
And really just each morning having that morning celebration and starting to your day. I think the breakfast nook would be a perfect spot for this.
And nothing else on the wall,
Right.
just this.
Just that.
Let this be the centerpiece.
Yeah.
So we're looking to start this, and we just did at $165 to get the auction started here. A New Day Dawning, this beautiful piece by Catherine Hall, and we're calling for the next bid at $200. And one of the things that I think is extra special about the auction here is that these same paintings or photographs or sculptures, what have you. You could not walk into a gallery right now and buy that piece of art. This artist has donated this piece to the KVIE to send to someone's home.
Absolutely, and that just makes it that much more special and tells the story of the piece. And I think when you have a piece like that in your home where you can share it with other people and tell that story, it's more meaningful. So.
And this is Sunrise, a beautiful piece here. And Dee has some more information over in the phone bank. It looks like she's holding up End of Summer along the Truckee River. Oh, it's up to $1,000. That's great, Dee.
I love James Brunk. He always brings a good price, and this is a beautiful painting. It is a bell ringer at $1,000. We are still keeping it open, so you could still own this painting if you were on the phone right now. And what you need to do is call the phone right now so you can be here with these lovely ladies. They're here from Sutter. Everybody wave hi, you're on TV. They're here from the Sutter Cardio. In case I have a heart attack, I'm all covered, I'm telling you. I'm over here with Aspen in October. We now have a $400 bid on this. It has a $1,200 value. This is a big, impressive piece. You can buy it today. You can hang it in your office or your home tomorrow. We've got pickup and pay going on tomorrow, the next day, Monday and Tuesday. You just drive down here, pick it up. We've got professional art handlers to help you load it in your car. So you need to call us right now at 1-800-270-6601. And I'm going to pass this off to Rob and the lovely Carrie Kelly, who are going to tell us a little bit more about that landscape they're standing next to. Rob?
That's right. Nobody can design like Carrie Kelly. And she says these phones need to start ringing because this is a one-of-a-kind piece that is waiting to go to your home. And I love that you pointed out that this is the sun rising. What a great way to start the day.
Yep, A New Day Dawning is the name. So
I love that.
Perfect.
I love that. A New Day Dawning, 165 and good. Now the auction is going. This is how it works here. You know, we try to sell, and not just sell, but show you the value of these pieces. And now we're up to $375, and we're calling for $400, and we have multiple people I see on the phone over there. We also have Aspen in Colorado, the beautiful aspen trees. Those are still going up. Now we've got $425. We're looking for $450. And Carrie, as this number starts to edge up, so does the demand. Is this a collectible piece?
I think so, and I think it could speak to any family. And also, let's not forget the office setting as well. I think an office setting could be just as wonderful, especially if you're an early riser making it to work in the morning.
You believe in investing in art for the office?
Oh gosh, well, I think that you should work and live and play and have your surroundings really speak to you so that you can enjoy doing all of that.
Well, you know, I mean, your surroundings are supposed to be an expression of yourself.
Yep.
And sometimes many of us spend more hours at work than we do at home.
Absolutely.
I know you do. I know I do. I mean, we both do. So why not make it be an extension of your soul and of yourself?
Absolutely.
Look at this piece. Oh, good. We got a bell ringer on A New Day Dawning up at $575. So that's doing great, and we're almost at bell ringers for this entire half hour. There we go. Those cowbells never get old.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Pleasant Valley Mustard in El Dorado County, and we have an opening bid of $250 on this. This is by Bob Miller. And Carrie, this is one when we started. You were like, look.
Yeah. Just the colors. I think it's so vibrant, again, especially this time of year. And this is acrylic on board. And that, again, that saturation, that light, and the California gold coloration. I think it really speaks to several homes in this area and beyond.
Look at that popping right there on the HD monitors. That is absolutely beautiful. And I love, Carrie, how in tune you are with colors, because that's one of the things that I just love hearing you talk, is you talk about the colors that pop to you. And talk to me about, are these colors timeless?
Yeah, I mean, because we find them in nature, I do feel that they're timeless. So to have the green grass and the blue sky, that always is a winning combination. And again, telling our story. Our artist here has been doing this for 65 years.
Wow.
Yes, and he went to San Jose State, so, you know, he's a Californian with us. And
I love that, 65 years. We need a starting bid of $250 for this piece, and it looks like we're gonna head over to Dee. She's got some more information. Dee.
Thanks, Rob. I'm here again with Aspen in October. We've got the bid up now to $650. We're looking for $750. It's got a $1,200 value. It's a beautiful piece. I can't say enough about how great this piece is, and I can't say enough about how great our volunteers are. We've got these lovely ladies right here. We've got everybody in the back row. These people back here don't even have phone calls. And then over here, I have the lovely Lisa Hartzell, who is holding, which piece is this? A New Day Dawning. And it is at 6:25. It is a bell ringer. Bells. Okay, don't make me do my Donna Summer imitation with the ring my bell, please. But we have not closed it out. We are still bidding on this piece, which is 21C, A New Day Dawning. It is a stunning piece. Nice little size, easy to place anywhere. I've got Aspens in October. That one's still open. We're going to close that soon. It's up to $750. I'd like to see it to get to $850. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go look at Bob Miller's piece over there with my buddy Rob.
Yes, we are. Hey, Dee. Dee's been really working overload this weekend. And so we're talking about this beautiful piece, as Dee just said. Oh, good. We have an auction going. We have multiple people on the phone. We're up to $450, and we're calling now in increments of $50. So we're looking to go to $500. You had some interesting things to tell me about this artist.
Well, I don't want you to be hurt because my favorite show on PBS is Rob on the Road.
Oh, you're sweet.
So,
You're
but
sweet.
Bob's favorite show is Huell Hauser.
As is most people.
Most people. So that's another little tidbit about our artist here.
I love
and
that.
This is also captured in El Dorado County. So
It's
you can envision that. You've been there.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And no matter what time of year, you do see the golden hills of El Dorado County. Even after all the grasses has burned off, you see the gold hills. Beautiful piece there, and now we're up to $550. We're calling for $600. It looks like I see at least 3 people. Hey, Henry. There's Henry Wars over there in the phone bank. There's several people on the phone right now, and good, it's up to $600. We're looking for $650. By the way, this artist, as Dee is so sweetly holding up, do you just want to show everyone what you're doing?
I was.
Okay.
She took the
This
words
artist
out of
won
her mouth.
first place California Gold last year. That's
Yes.
awesome. What would we do without Dee's little cheat
Exactly,
sheet and her notes?
exactly.
So we're at $600, Carrie, and if you were designing someone's dream home, which you get the pleasure of doing all the time, where would you put this?
You know, depending on size, I could see that over a fireplace. You know, very simple.
Focal spot.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, there you see it right now. Good. It's climbing up. $650. We're calling for $700. And here we come with a large, large piece. This is beautiful. By the way, the auction, just because we move on, folks, and I know you know this, we're up to $700 now in the previous piece. So we start to move along as the auction starts to build on the other pieces. That's the way we do it. We like the auction to continue offline so we can show you new art, bring new art to you as only KVIE can do. Okay, Carrie, take it away on this beautiful piece, Red Poppies, Still River. And this piece is by Pat Mahoney. Pat was a juror earlier when we were on today. And we're looking for, oh good, we already have a starting bid at $700 and $850 makes it a retail value.
Yeah, I mean, again, coloration, Pat Mahoney, limited edition print here, beautifully matted and framed by our friends at Archival. So Miss D took
Shout
care
out.
of this. Yes.
I can't believe I just realized this is a print and
But
you
it
can't
doesn't,
tell.
you can't tell. You can still see the texture. You can still see just the layering effect there. And,
I've never seen that in a
beautiful,
print.
beautiful
I didn't
piece.
know that you could even do that in a print. Okay,
And
so
we're all signed down here. This lovely.
I love that. It says Red Poppies, Still River, and Pat Mahoney down here at the bottom here. In fact, it's coming right there. Isn't that lovely? Absolutely beautiful. This is a great size, by the way. A wonderful size when you go into a beautiful home. If a nice big wall.
Yep.
Or one thing I like to do because my walls aren't big is
Yeah.
to put huge art on small walls.
Where you're doing the same thing, and we statement art, and we're doing it in small spaces.
And this
because-
would be a good focal point for that.
Absolutely, and Pat's work is also found not only in public collections, but she's in the lobby of the Embassy Suites in Sacramento.
Oh, cool.
So-
That's awesome. So we're at $775 on the previous piece. This is at $600, but this is worth over $2,000. So we have a $600 starting bid on this. We're looking for $650. And as you can see, Carrie was telling us how this is a limited edition print, but look at that. Yeah, there it is
So
right
it's
there.
number 14 out of 35.
Of just 35.
And we have more cowbell.
We do. You want to tell everybody what it's for?
Oh, what do I? Now where am I going to look?
Right
This
here.
Top one. Pleasant Valley Mustard, El
you
Dorado
go.
County, $850. Ding ding.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, so which one's a California Master, D? This is a California Master, and you want to tell me what that means?
Well, California.
Come on.
Come on over. Come on down.
Microphone.
You can speak into
Okay,
me.
I'm going to just talk into Rob's chest.
You don't have to get that. I mean, I don't mind, but okay, go ahead.
The California Masters are invited into the auction. She was one of our jurors this year, so she helped us pick other words. So we don't have a lot of California Masters. There's maybe 40 of them, and to be a
That's it?
California
Wow.
Master, yeah, that means you're an instructor. You know, she's
legend.
got art degrees. Painters love her. She's one of Tim Collum's favorite painters.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it shows. I mean, you can see the texture. The coloration is amazing.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
if Tim approves, so do I. This is, here we go. This is at 800. Good. The bid is starting at 800 and we're looking for 900. Look how big that piece is. I just want to tell you the sizes really quickly. It's 38 by 48. So we have enough people on the phone now duking it out for that piece. So we're going to move on to the next piece over here. And I love this piece. This is the Capitol Rose Garden. I think that any Sacramentan or any Northern California person needs to take time in the California Capitol Rose Garden. I'll play a little trivia with you. Do you know the real name of it?
Gosh, no, I don't.
The World Peace Rose Garden.
Wow.
Do you know that all the roses, it's because we did a show there.
Yeah.
All the roses there are named for different people. And I predict, because of your soaring success with the design company, that you're going to have your own rose one
And
day.
it will be purple.
And it will? Okay. All right. We'll get on that. All right. So tell us about this beautiful piece, Capitol Rose Garden by Steve Memmering. This is an acrylic on canvas.
Yeah, acrylic on canvas. It's 30 by 40. Again, it does not need to be framed. And it stands on its own like no tomorrow. This color and vibrancy with the people seen in it just adds that extra energy to it, which is so nice.
Yeah, and you just mentioned the people. Carrie, look at the happy memories that are captured here on this beautiful canvas. We are at $600 for this. That's already starting a $600 bid. I'm looking around. There are several of our volunteers on the phone. We can go up as high as $2,000, if not more, on this piece. You mentioned the colors. Look at the Capitol there in the background.
Yeah. Love that. And in 2011, Steve also won KVIE Best of Show.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah.
Absolutely, that's a huge award. I don't know if we're allowed to say who won this year. Dee, can we tell who won Best in Show this year or not? Okay, I didn't know if it was public or not. Tim Collum. Yep.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yep. And so he's our Best in Show award winner this year, and his piece comes up tomorrow. Okay, so back to this beautiful piece, the Rose Garden. There you see the rose going over the beautiful trellis. And if you come right off of 15th Street, that's where the trellis is right off of 15th.
And Frank Fat's on the other side.
It is where you can go get some wonderful food.
Exactly.
And so what would you say about this piece, if you could speak for this art to the person who is watching right now and maybe toying back and forth, and there is an auction going, we're at $625, what would you say to them as a designer as why they should include this in their collection?
It's just a real statement piece. And if you were to buy one piece, it should be like this.
Okay.
Where it's very vibrant, it speaks to you, it's larger in scale. All of those elements make it very approachable, friendly, just great for a space.
It's a great piece, and it's a statement piece.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Heath has some more information on the beautiful picture that a painting that is up there now. That's Red Poppy Still River, right?
It is. I'm over here with Red Poppies. This is a limited edition piece from Pat Mahoney, and I know you want this in your home. Beautiful, beautiful. 1-800-270-6601. That's the number to call. Right now we have a bid of $800 on Red Poppies Still River. That's against a retail of $2,000, which means there's a lot of room for growth in the auction there, and it means you've got time to call the number on your screen and take home a beautiful piece of art. And why not from a California Masters as part of the California Masters collection, this limited edition print from Pat Mahoney. You're just really not going to find this anywhere else, but right here in the KVIE Art Auction. Remember that you can do your part just like our volunteers are. They're ready to take your calls. We want those phones to ring, and we want the volunteers to be busy, busy, busy taking your bids. And now I think are we ready to send it over to Rob? Rob's in the phone bank.
I know. They said go to the phone bank. I said, okay, what do you want me to talk about? They didn't say, so we're just going to talk. We're going to have a conversation. No. What was that, Craig? What did he say?
What do you want to talk about?
Well, we'll just talk. So listen, we have a bunch of wonderful volunteers who are here right now waiting to speak to you, and we have the best collection of California art available for you right now, live from KVIE.
Absolutely, and Dee just walked in front of us with, come on back
She's
here.
not on air yet.
With
You know she's
21F, Capitol Rose Garden. Right now we have a high bid of $1,050 on this piece, all right, folks?
Oh, good.
Let's bring this up to $1,200 and keep that auction going on Capitol Rose Garden. So one of the really great pieces that exemplifies what it's like to be in Sacramento.
That's a good point.
When you go downtown to experience the Capitol Rose Garden in person, if you're not able to do that, this is the next best thing.
It is.
Best of show winner year before last.
He was, that's right, best of show winner year before last, and now has, again, a wonderful piece in the collection. We have
really
a bid of, thank you, $1,250 and $1,300.
Oh, come here. What, Carrie?
The auction is moving fast, folks, which means if you don't call in right now, you may miss out on this beautiful piece of art.
Look.
That you can see on your screen right now, Capitol Rose Garden. We put this on the program catalog for the preview gala. So if you came to the gala, that was what you were greeted with. What a better way to do it than to celebrate Sacramento. $1,400 is the high bid on this item. What do we want to get that to, Rob?
We want to get it to 14,000, but we'll go with 14,000.
Let's start with 15. All right, 1425. What are you all doing? Who's bidding in
Are you on the phone with someone on
$25
this one?
increments?
Okay.
For Steve Memmering's Capitol Rose
Zoom
Garden.
over here for a minute. I have
We
to
want
give
to
this
bring
man a
that
shout
up.
out.
Let's get that to $1,500.
Okay,
Can
so
you do it, Henry?
Henry is on the phone with someone. I'm not going to say their name.
We want to get that to $1,500. Rob, take it away.
So this is our dear friend, Henry Wirtz, who is the top dog at Safe Credit Union. Good to see you. You're talking to someone who's on the phone, right?
I'm talking
Tell them we're
right
pushing them to go up by another $100.
Did you hear that? Rob Stewart wants you to go up another $100.
100, 200.
Yeah, that's me.
They did it. No, they didn't. All right, so we have a lot of art to show you, and there's the beautiful piece that Carrie so wonderfully pointed. Oh yeah, we match. That Carrie pointed out, the beautiful piece that's on the cover of the guide this year. That's fantastic. Take this piece to your home. We have confirmed bidders can pick up their purchases at the studio Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday from noon to 5. We're here to greet you. We're so excited to see you and to give you the art. And we're also open tomorrow as well, as I just mentioned. So we'll have more great art for you to bid on and buy coming up next at the KVIE Art Auction. We're here with Carrie Kelly Design Lab, KKDL. But first we want to thank you for having our generous underwriters here. Mansur's Oriental Rug, by the way. They've been helping us out this hour. We'll see you in a minute. More art. Bye.
Inside Mansur's gallery are 5,000 Oriental rugs. And every single rug in Mansur's Oriental Rug Gallery is woven exclusively from pure wools and silks, knotted by hand at up to 2,500 knots per square inch. For a beautiful home in a beautiful world. Mansur's Oriental Rug Gallery in 2 locations. Our showroom in the Roseville Galleria Shopping Center and on Fair Oaks Boulevard near Monroe.
Stay tuned for the California's Gold category coming up next on the KVIE Art Auction. Juried by Pat Mahoney, this category celebrates the beauty of California landscapes in all media. View all of the categories featured in this year's auction at kvie.org/art auction. Bid high and bid often.
Yeah, I wish you could see everything that's happening in the studio. You can see a lot of stuff from that shot, but they're hanging this entire half hour. It's like a huge dance that sweeps through here, and I don't know how they do all this. Okay, we're here with Carrie Kelly Design Lab, and she's the pilot of that plane. Carrie Kelly, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to recap the next half hour coming up here, this 7:30 to 8 hour here live on KVIE. If you're watching us in Northern California, thank you, or anywhere else in the country, online. Here's the art that we have for auction this half hour. Look at this first stellar piece. Carrie, this is 22A by Lucille Ratterman. Auburn Ravine, the Placer Salmon Stream. We have a starting bid on this one already at $150. The next piece is a gorgeous piece, which is Quiet Day on New Hogan. And this is 22B by Neil Hansen. This is a retail of $350. A lot of these pieces are up and available, all of them right now for you, some with no bids. Okay, this is the American River, isn't that pretty? By Patrice Miller. And her studio is right now in the boom of the up-and-coming area in Oak Park that has so much rebirth. Also, Showtime at Isley's, and this is by Barbara Kemp. And this is valued at $500. Carrie is dying to talk to us about this one. She's got a lot of information on Spring Shadows. And this is by a wonderful artist, Anthony Montanino. And this is by Midtown Framing. And I'm just told this is a Jurors Award winner for the California Gold category, the one that you just saw, Spring Shadows. This is Riverwalk by Leslie Philpott. And this is a piece that is valued at $1,000. Back here with Carrie Kelly. Carrie, take it away on this beautiful first piece that we have here. And this is Quiet Day on New Hogan by Neil Hansen.
And we have another pastel presentation, and you can just see it has a little bit of a different feel than some of the other pieces we just saw. So that vibrancy is beautiful, but then we have some softness down here, which is great too.
And look at you can see the water flowing here. This artist really takes you back to this beautiful area that they captured so lovely. And as you can see right there, you see the beautiful colors that are coming in, the yellows and the blues. As a designer, do you look for all of these multiple colors in artwork?
Yeah, and mostly our homeowners' likes for sure, and what speaks to them. This is great because this is part of the Auburn Ravine, and it's one of the few salmon runs that are left. So again, going back to telling that story and what does this mean to us and does it relate to us family-wise is always important too.
Well, I have to shout this out because the famous David Lobenberg just walked in our studio. David's right there. Hi, David, come wave hi really quickly just so people can see your wonderful face as we, come on. David's artwork is all over our studio. David is just a phenomenal artist. Wait, hey David, you're on that camera right there. Yep. Let's give a big wave.
Hello.
Yep. David's going to be, are you next hour?
Yeah.
Next hour.
Okay, well, we'll see you then.
Yeah.
All right. David's creations are stunning. Check him out online, David Lobenberg. Okay, so Carrie, back to this piece. We have, we have a starting bid at $150. The retail is at $540. $150.
I mean,
come on.
Yeah, we can do better than this
Yes.
because this is just a versatile piece. Again, we're looking at those nature tones, and the size of it is great, 16 by 20. You can find a home for, even you with your art-covered walls can find a home, a little spot for this guy.
This piece is absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
And the artist really wanted to make sure that this went to a home that wanted it for an investment piece. And it's only at $150. It's valued at $540. And I love the greens in this piece. And as we were talking about in the last half hour, you can mix colors in any form or fashion.
Absolutely. This could be a part of a gallery if you wanted to, similar to the styling that you have in your home. But I just think it would be a great place to start because so many other things could go with it. If you started with this as one of your first pieces of original art and then built from there, it just would be a nice starting point.
And that's how you start, is by one piece at a time.
Exactly.
You build slowly.
Yep.
And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money.
Not at all. No. And this is priced beautifully.
Yeah. As you can see right now, it's only at $150. The Auburn Ravine, the placer salmon stream, and boy, this artist really captures the placer salmon stream so beautifully. Lucille Ratterman. And Dee selected this picture. It looks like Dee is standing by also live. Are we going to Dee, or is she? Yeah. Okay, we're going to move on as Dee's getting her makeup redone. I just called her out. All right, let's move on over to this piece. Carrie, you were talking about this gorgeous piece right before we came on the air. You liked this a lot.
I do. I feel that a lot of the pieces that we've seen are a little bit more traditional or maybe a landscape, but this is a landscape in a totally different way.
This is Neil Hansen.
Yeah, Neil Hansen. It's 14 by 18, and it's just quiet and understated and simple and beautiful. And I think it would be a beautiful piece in several places.
You also said, did you tell me, am I correct, because I don't know my categories very well, that this is more of a contemporary piece?
Yeah, I felt like it had a contemporary edge to it. First of all, for its coloration, second of all, for its simplicity. So I would say transitional to more contemporary. And the subject matter, the artist has been to this place several times, so he's very familiar with it, and just gave it a little bit of a different spin in its simplicity.
And I have heard from the artists that we interview for Rob on the Road that the blues can be some of the most difficult colors to paint. Have you heard that?
I haven't heard that, but I think he executed this beautifully because it has a little bit of that ombre, a little gradated kind of aesthetic.
I would like to center an entire room around the basic colors in this painting.
Couldn't you just see this being your palette? This is your inspiration piece for everything else, and we can pull fabrics and rugs and things like that from it.
This is starting to go now. We have a $150 bid on this, which means there's at least 2 people on the line. We have $150. Now we're up to $175, and we're calling for $200. Carrie, tell us about this. You know frames. Tell us about this frame. It is, you can't really see, but it's beveled and is absolutely exquisite.
The beveling's beautiful. What I like even more is that there is some grain in it, and not grain like oak cabinetry, grain like I can go dark, I can go light. This wood tone really allows us to do several things in our home. So it's not dictating anything. It's very versatile.
It's beautiful. Okay, so this is great news. It's up to 200, which means there are multiple people on the line fighting out for Quiet Day on New Hogan, the beautiful piece by Neil Hansen. Dee, you've got some information for us, I'm told.
Oh. Okay, that was Ludi. I want to do a little shout out for our gals that are helping us, our stylists from Detailed Salon. They're making us look really good here. They've been working really hard all weekend. They got to work really hard on me. I am standing in front of the beautiful red poppies, Still River. I've got an $800 bid on a $2,000 piece. This is a limited edition print by California master Pat Mahoney. It has a $2,000 value. There are only 40 of these prints. This isn't some huge 200 edition. This is number 14, I believe. 14 out of 40. I've only got a bid right now of 800. Let's bring it up to at least half a retail. I want to see 2,000. Again, I want to thank the people at Detail Salon, and I'm going to turn it back over to Rob because he is selling one of my favorite pieces from this year's auction.
Really, this is one of your favorites?
Yeah, this guy is watching in his retirement community. They're having a little
Really?
party.
A soiree.
How awesome.
And he's
Thank
only
you.
been doing this for 2 years.
What?
And he went to Berkeley.
Keep talking.
That's all I know.
That's a lot.
But we say cheers to your party here.
2 years?
Yeah, beautiful. True talent.
Wow. I'll go hang out with him in his retirement
Exactly.
community.
Let's go, Rob, on the road. Let's
do
interview
it.
him.
You know what? If you call me, we'll do it. It's just rob@kvie.org. That's simple. Okay, so this really, as Dee said, it is one of her favorite pieces. She rifled through diligently more than 600 pieces of work.
Yeah.
And she came up with this year's collection, and this is Neil's beautiful piece. So you said this is contemporary, a statement piece, and look, we got a bell ringer. Hey, Neil, good job, by the way. Painting for 2 years, and he just had a bell ringer at the KVIE Art Auction. Neil, we'll be looking for you next year, young man. Okay, this beautiful piece is by, oh, I love this lady. She's a friend of mine, Patrice Miller. Her studio is so cool. She brings people in. I don't mean to get off topic, but she brings people in and she does these really quick paintings of them. Yeah. And the live models come in. It's just fascinating to watch her. And she's in Oak Park. I think she's on 34th. Anyway,
fantastic.
I'm rambling. Okay, so this is the American River by Patrice. And do you want to tell us more about this?
Yeah, truly talented. If she's doing what you just said, to create a scene like this is our American River here. It's 16 by 20, and it already has a frame on here. So
yes, by Archival Framing.
Yep.
That's Dee's shop. And so this piece is at $165 right now, and we have a retail on this from the artist at $550. And I love you brought this up earlier, and I don't even know if this was intended this way, but your designing eye caught it, is that the California's Gold piece captures so much gold in these paintings.
Yeah, it has a real warmth to it. So even though we have green tones in here, and we have the blue as well, it still has an overall warmth to it, which is really nice.
And see, I didn't even see the blue until you mentioned the blue. And I also see purples.
All through here.
And orange and red. I mean, really, Patrice has captured the beauty, the year-round beauty of the American River. And if you've been down the American River, it is constantly, just like the river, changing.
Evolving, yes. And you can see it all in this piece, which is so nice. And just that destination that's taking you down through the river, you can see that point just beautifully framed with the trees here.
And so do you feel that, because I'm looking close, there's some really interesting detail in this frame right along the edge. It's like there's these little X marks in the beautiful black over here. We're getting ready to go to the phone bank, but really quickly, as a designer, do you love this?
I love how this can go in any setting. It's black, it has a little bit of texture to it, which just frames that perfectly.
Yeah, I see it in the kitchen. Yeah. All right, let's head over to the phone bank.
We're here with Lucille Ratterman's piece. This is Auburn Ravine Placer Salmon Stream. It's got a bid of $400 on it. We want you to come in and place a bid at $425 and get an auction going, folks. Get the phones ringing, get these volunteers working. They're here doing their part. Now it's time for you to do your part like that person did right there. It's really easy to do. Just pick up the phone, 1-800-270-6601, and this gorgeous piece could be in your collection as soon as tomorrow. And the reason is because if you purchased a piece of art either yesterday or today, you can pick it up starting tomorrow. We will be here Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday from noon until 5 p.m. so that you can come up and pick up a beautiful piece of art that you have purchased in the art auction, make it part of your collection. And now I think we'll send it back over to Rob Stewart.
All righty, thank you so much. And there you see our times that for the pick up and pay, and you can come and pick up your paintings and just take them right home. This is one that I would love to see walk out the door tomorrow at $225. And Carrie, the famous designer here, was telling me about how this would go anywhere.
Yeah, easy. And again, it's about that size. This can fit into any home and any aesthetic because it is framed so simply in the black and has that nice landscape scene. California at its finest with our American River setting. And Patrice went to Sac City College. So we have, you know, local alum here, and she's been doing this for 9 years. And as you mentioned, she has a studio in Oak Park. So.
And she also, I've seen her out and about painting.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll just drive down the road and there's
There she
Patrice. What is that called? Plein air?
air.
Yeah, there you go. You say it a lot better than I do. Okay, look, we have a good auction going here for Patrice's piece. We're up to $400. We have a $550 retail on this, and I know we're going to go up to a bell ringer status on this one because it is definitely worth it. Quiet Day on New Hogan, the previous piece, we've already gotten double of what we were asking for it. It's up to $675.
Good.
Paula, you want us to move? Yep, Paula, come say hi so everyone knows, puts a face with this. Come on. So this is Paula. She's our fabulous floor director for this entire time.
Yay.
She's here for day after day after day. I know they're going to put you up in a second. They're probably just getting that shot on you right now. But
There
she is.
go.
Yeah. Say hi. Okay, thanks, Paula. So this is the beautiful piece. You were really talking about
Well,
this
because
one.
I met the artist. I met the artist at the gala here when
That
we
makes
had
such
the
a difference,
preview.
doesn't it?
She was here with her husband. Lovely. It was so nice to meet you, Barbara.
Barbara Kemp.
Barbara Kemp, yes. The vibrancy of this is gorgeous, and she decided to not make this easy on herself. She used...
That looks hard.
I know, well, this watercolor to be so structured and so precise and contained. She was inspired by the Isley Auburn Nursery.
Oh, really?
And she went there, and there's more cowbell here.
That's for, you want to say what it's for right there?
Okay, is this our American River?
You got it.
Oh, I love it.
That
Thank
was
you.
Patrice's piece. So, Patrice, you're now at a bell ringer, and I'm looking, it looks like we've pretty much got bell ringers the entire half hour, except for maybe one or two.
Well, I love Quiet Day, New Hogan, that we
Look at you reading off the...
we have set a palette and
Yes.
a tone for a home now,
We
just as you
certainly
suggested.
have, absolutely. So tell me more about this beautiful painting, and we have the auctions coming in at $250. We're looking for $300, and the work, the craftsmanship you can see
Detail.
on this piece, the detail.
Yeah.
And it's watercolor.
Yeah, and so it's so controlled and so contained, which is hard to do in watercolor. And on top of that, the fact that Barbara is so darn nice, that doesn't hurt the situation. But she said she was inspired by Isley's Auburn Nursery.
Okay.
And this was just showtime at the nursery, and she captured that.
You know, it really is showtime at the auction, and this is really a showtime piece of this half hour. You know, you really said it, I think, best. And you said she was such a lovely person, and that's what I think when I look at this painting.
It shows. It comes through.
It shows.
Yeah.
And so many artists say they pour their energy into their work,
Reflective.
just like you do with your design.
Yeah.
Look at this. I mean, look at Barbara's piece. It's at $225. We're looking for $250 to keep this piece going all the way up to its retail value. The frame is stunning.
Well, that's the thing. The frame is so natural, just like something at a nursery would be. So it's highly complementary to the piece in it's just natural tones, very organic, and just pairs beautifully with the subject matter.
And there we see it's going up to $275. We're looking for $300 on this beautiful piece, which is just, I love that Barbara came and had so much to tell you
Yeah.
about that. So many of the artists were here. This past Monday night, we had the preview gala here at the station, and so many artists came, and they were so proud to be standing by their work.
Yeah, it was wonderful to see.
And it was lovely.
And Barbara, you've also captured our Tangerine Tango from a couple years ago. That was our Pantone Color of the Year.
Look at
Emerald
you.
was this year. And I'm telling you, I'm going to do a little prediction. I think that your violet kind of purple tones here, I think that's coming for 2014. So.
You do?
Yes,
Color of the year.
I do.
All right. If anyone would know, it would be you.
We're being paged.
Yeah. All right, let's go to D.
Okay. I'm here with Auburn Ravine. We've got 400 on it. It's got a $540 value. My son is watching, and I would really like to just have a little bell ringer for him. So if we could get these ladies busy. On a personal note, I want to say thank you to all of our volunteers who are here today. I have waited 27 years for my son to bring home the girl, and apparently he's brought a girl home for us to meet, and I'm here. So I'm waving at her right now. Hi, Jenny. It's very nice to meet you. Anyway, let's make this a bell ringer for Kyle. We're going to go back out there to Rob and Carrie and see what else we've got in the California Gold category.
Oh, Jenny, I know a lot about D. If you want to call me. All right, so this piece is just splendid. When we started the hour, Carrie and I walked through and I said, let's talk about ones that popped to you, and she ran right over to this one. So you take it away. This is Spring Shadows, $4,000 retail price.
Well, first of all, I love...
You have expensive taste.
No. First of all, I love the artist's name, so maybe Dee can help us out, but Anthony Montanino.
Do it again.
Like, I think he's really fun and fabulous.
Yes,
so,
he is, clearly.
And obviously, it shows in this piece. It's gorgeous. I was just at the tower. You can picture yourself at the cafe down below, and just a landmark in Sacramento. And the vibrancy reminds us of our friend Tim Collum, and that tonality. Just a happy piece.
It's beautiful, and I love how it's set back in this beautiful frame. The colors here are so California-centric. They're exquisite. I love the way that the artist maneuvered his brush. And look at the shadows. I just noticed the shadows.
So that's called Spring Shadows.
Oh.
So that's exactly, no, that's exactly.
Back to the aspen trees.
Well, he got it. He got it. I mean, he communicated his message. So
his message is just stunning. Spring Shadows, and it's right there in your face. It's just beautiful. And, you know, as I said, Carrie is one of the most sought after designers in this region, and she went straight to this piece.
I love it. And apparently many other people went to this piece as well because it is the California Juror Award for this year.
What an honor.
So
that is the Juror Award for this entire California's Gold 1 hour segment. We're giving the entire hour to California's Gold. And this piece is the Jurors Award, as Carrie just told you, Spring Shadows of Tower, and that's just such a beacon down on Broadway.
Absolutely.
And the food's great, but this painting is even greater. And I tell you, look at the cars down here. You can see the row of the cars here. And look, if you look at it right now where it is on television, it just takes you right up to the front of it.
Well, and I think it's an unexpected view to capture.
It really is.
It would be easy to do the front walking into the theater area, but this side that did capture those shadows, that just really made it unique and unexpected.
It's also really big. And as we talked about one of the larger pieces that we had earlier, and this could be on a huge wall or it could be on a very small wall behind a couch, or pulling the couch away, still on the wall. I mean, this would absolutely
stand on
be
its own.
gorgeous.
Yep.
And so, would this be the focal point of the room? Would you?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. You put that over the fireplace, or you put that in a more dramatic space, and everything around it could be white. If that's all you had going on, that'd be okay too. So.
Well,
really
let's
great
get some.
feel.
We need to get some calls on this piece. Oh, okay. So, Dee mentioned the former governor that owns a piece by that artist. There's another person.
Madonna.
MDNA,
I mean,
baby.
come on, our Spring Shadows, Madonna is owning a piece of this man's art. I think that you should too.
Yes, she is, absolutely. All right, so good. Now we have a couple of people on the phone. It always takes us a while, but once we get you there, we're not going to let you hang up. We're at $500 for Riverwalk. There's at least 2 people on the phone, and I see the phones are jammed right now. 2 people for $500. Carrie, look at that on the monitor. It's just beautiful.
And the thing is, so many times we're doing a diptych or a triptych, so 2 or 3 pieces of art to get this kind of scale on a wall. So the fact that you can buy 1 piece, have your wall taken care of, done deal, no framing necessary. This is out the door, ready to roll. Install this baby.
What did you just say? A diptych or triptych? What is that?
So 2 pieces of art or 3 pieces of art making one larger.
Am I supposed to know this?
Yes.
Okay, all right, well, I know it now. Learning all kinds of things from you. I love it, including the color of next year, which is?
I think it's gutsy grape. I don't know.
Great. All right. And so this beautiful piece, as we said, it's the size, if you're trying to imagine it, a front door. We have multiple people on the line. $600 is what it's going for right now. We're going to get this up to $1,000.
I think we should. No problem.
Okay, and so this would be, I mean, can this handle being in a room with something else, with other artwork?
I would let this just stand on its own. I think it sings on its own. It has that drama. Again, we talked about the moodiness, and it captures a lot of color that are unexpected. Well, it has this kind of, what would you say? What do you feel like these dark tones are?
Okay.
But the pink is unexpected. The orange is unexpected.
Yeah, there's a lot of unexpected surprises in this, and I got to be honest, the unexpected surprise for me right now is that we're at $600 for this beautiful creation. This is Riverwalk. We really need you to pick up the phone. Even if you're just toying with this right now, pick up the phone and call 1-800-270-6601. And it's really fun to get involved in the auction because once you're live and on that phone and you're duking it out with another person for that art piece, you want it. We have a natural desire to want to win, and that's how you can
Well, you would win with this piece for sure.
Yes, you would. And I like what you said, that if someone's going into a new home or something and they're looking for one bang for your buck for a room, this is it.
That's it.
And you don't need anything else to talk about in the room, really, when you start telling someone that used to be a front door.
Well, and just you and I standing here talking how many things came up in our conversation.
A lot.
It's just a conversation piece for sure.
It certainly is, and art is supposed to be a conversation starter. So let's get the phones rolling on this one. It's at $600, 22F Riverwalk by Leslie Philpott. And man, this person must have a huge studio to be able to do such beautiful pieces of work. What color do you think would be really great on a wall with this?
I think it could be as simple as white. I think it could be a light gray also.
Okay, a light gray. Yeah, you see a lot of gray right there on the camera as that is being picked up. We're going to let this auction continue. Come on over here and join me because I hate to let you go. But we have finished our hour here of live television with Carrie Kelly Design Lab. Absolutely, what a gem. You need your own TV show.
Let's play.
Yeah, HGTV needs to be calling you.
Thanks for having me.
You're available where?
We're on 32nd and J Street, so right in the middle of everything, and you can find us at carriekelly.com.
Okay, thanks, Carrie. And now don't go anywhere because coming up is more original art that you can bid on and buy at the KVIE Art Auction.
Bye-bye.
Bye.